Hi guys and girls, Mr. Hescox back again, talking to my Life Science 7A section. We are in Chapter 2. We are on parts of a cell. We just covered all of the parts of the animal cell. One of the questions of the day was what organelle breaks down old, worn-out cell parts? That will be the cleanup crew of the cell, the lysosomes. So you guys had some questions last night we're going to go over. We're going to talk about the main differences between plant and animal cells today, and some review questions on page 47. So if you look in this picture here, this is a plant cell that I actually use. These are many plant cells. You can see they're very different. For one, plants are green. Well, why are they green? They're green because of the chlorophyll inside of them. That chlorophyll is not going to make you absorb green light. It actually makes you reflect green light, which is why we see it green. Plants have a hard outer covering outside the cell membrane that we call the cell wall. That cell wall is what cellulose is composed of. Cellulose is a large compound. It's a carbohydrate that we cannot digest. If you see it in a home ec class, they call it fiber. And that cell wall is what makes wood so hard. You know, when you're riding your bike and you hit a tree, it hurts. Well, wood is hard, and the cellulose of the cell walls makes the wood hard. Plants have very large vacuoles inside. Those very large vacuoles help to keep the plant full. It's called turgor pressure. Plants have chloroplasts, and in their chloroplasts, they have this stuff called chlorophyll. A good friend of mine says that they fill up the chloroplasts. And this is a green pigment that actually captures the energy of sun and causes a reaction to occur. And that chlorophyll causes carbon dioxide gas, water, and energy to be formed into sugar in the form of glucose and oxygen. So this is our plant cell. And so let's take a look at some of the parts to our plant cell that were different. Now, we labeled a lot of them in the last section. So the cell wall is this structure here that goes the whole way around the outside of the cell. And it is actually labeled right there. A chloroplast is where all of the green chlorophyll, pH fill, is found. Our chloroplasts are over here, and they look like they have stacks of coins or stacks of cookies inside of them. You know, the chubby kid inside me says, boy, those look like stacks of Oreos right out of the pack. And this is our chloroplast. Chloroplast is where photosynthesis occurs. And then last but not least, and I'm going to make mine blue, is this structure here. And the reason I'm making it blue is it actually fills up with water, and this is our central vacuole. And that central vacuole holds water inside for the plant and helps to keep the plant upright and not wilted, like you might see your mom's plants on a hot sunny day become wilted and the leaves droop. That's because they're lacking water and their central vacuole doesn't allow them to do this. Now, the other difference that you may see when you're talking about plant cells versus animal cells have lysosomes, the cleanup crew of the cell. Plant cells do not have lysosomes. So that would also count as a difference that you could have had. So that takes us to the end of that section. It's pretty short. It pigtails right off of the last section that we did. We're going to be making some models of the cells, and we'll be coming back here next time with more talk about cells. And until then, be good, be safe. I'm Mr. Hescox. Catch you later.